Can it be a big red flag for Google if you get multiple high authority backlinks, for example, Business Insider, after you just got started in the first few months? In my opinion, it is very unnatural, but in some very rare cases, it can be a natural thing when a big corporation launches a website in a new country or brand in a new industry. If I can delete some of this. But from what I've seen in these rare cases, they also have a lot of unlinked mentions, social signals, and no follow links. Moreover, a lot of those unlinked mentions are before launching. No, I would say you can go ahead and get it and it's completely fine. And the reason I'll say that is this. Let's say that you have a friend that works at Business Insider, or let's say you're a pretty well-connected person and or let's just say you're just really good at promoting whatever your product is and you have something, you have a new website, you have a new company that's really interesting and cool to talk about. There's nothing, Google cannot say that you cannot hit the ground running and get awesome press for your company. Like it's just not something they can't put a rule like that in place and say that you can't just go getting good press whenever you want to. That's up to your company, that's up to your product, that's up to whatever you got going on. Maybe you've got friends that work at whatever publication, maybe you have good connections. There's a million different reasons for how you could get press from a website like that. And I don't think Google can really say, no, you're not allowed to do that at this stage. Like it's just, I don't think that's something you should worry about. These websites, they're very trusted sources, and so basically, I wouldn't look at it as something like unnatural, like, oh, it's too much trust. Just look at it as like, they're passing the trust on to you, so it's a good thing rather than a bad thing. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, completely agree. No, definitely nothing unnatural about it. Also, conceptualize that sometimes even before a company has a website, they've been around for a while. Maybe they're running, ads. Maybe they're, spoken about locally, etc. There's no real way for Google to put in their algorithm that this would be a, in a sense, unnatural behavior, and have it make sense. So, like Chris said. No, if you can get any of these links, it's a great opportunity.
Here's another way to look at it. Like, look, okay, let's say you launched a new business, you had something kind of cool going on. A random reporter at Business Insider or whatever found your website and was like, oh my God, this is really cool. I'm gonna do a story on it before no one else does. And then
No, 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 it's too
and then
unnatural.
Google would be like, we're not gonna, like, you're in trouble now. Like no one's
Yeah,
allowed to
no,
discover you from like that trusted of a website yet, buddy.
yeah.
But I understand what you're saying. Like I understand why you would kind of it's a good question to ask. It's good that you're asking, like, is this unnatural? It's definitely a good thing to ask. But um, a lot of the time you also have to like ask the question like, can it happen? Can it happen naturally? And yeah, and so Google basically if things can happen naturally, Google can't penalize you for it, right? Another example of this is just going super hardcore with backlinks, like a super high link velocity. And let's say you only do it for 1 or 2 months. Like some people will say, well, no, you need to maintain that high link velocity, but that's not really how like viral press works. The way viral press works a lot is they'll get this sudden just influx of backlinks, just a huge amount of links for, a couple months or whatever, maybe even 1 month, maybe even less. And then it'll kind of like die off and go back to how it was before. Maybe it'll kind of level up a little bit higher than it was before just because they kind of got a bunch of recognition during that time or whatever. But definitely won't keep up the viral moment. And so basically you would ask yourself, well, okay, so can Google penalize a website for going viral? And because that's the same question as can Google penalize you for, too high of a link velocity? Um, but like Nick likes to talk about, Nick wrote a case study. If you search on our website, the affiliate case study, he talks about basically trying to emulate what it would look like naturally when a website goes viral. And what that usually looks like is just a bunch of randomness. Like, of course, you have powerful links in there, but you also have a bunch of kind of like spam type stuff and just a bunch of random stuff kind of floating around. And so yeah, you basically try to emulate how it would occur in the natural world, right? Anything else to say on that one, Nick?
No, I think it covered.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the links below for more info on this topic, as well as other cool stuff like SEO case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and happy ranking.